I tell everybody's always asking, like, what's going to happen? What's the future? I read a post on Twitter today. I can't call it that X shit. I mean, I'm sorry. It's just too weird. I'm going to keep calling it Twitter. People just going to think I'm an old fart, which I am. So saw a question today. It came in. Okay, Ron, where are rates going to, where are houses prices and rates going to be in 10 years? 10 years? Holy shit, I'll be dead in 10 years. Okay. Like it's not even sensible. By the way, anybody who says I'm going to give you a long-term prediction for house prices and rates, just walk away. It's ridiculous. There's too many things could change. It's hopeless. Predicting something for 10 years is basically nonsense. So what will happen? What will happen? There's a difference between prediction and analysis. Okay. So I know that someday, I don't know when, but I know that someday mortgage rates and interest rates and the Bank of Canada rate and the Federal Reserve funds rate, the treasuries will eventually, it'll all come down someday. I don't know what that day is. I have no clue. Could be next year, could be the year after. But someday it comes down. I'm old. I've been around for so many cycles. I was around when interest rates were 21 goddamn %. Okay. And people thought, well, if we're lucky, it'll go to 16. Well, eventually when COVID hit, it went to 0. So let's face it. And all the way in between, it was down around, I don't know, low. It was like we had emergency rates, it seemed like, for 10 years between 2008 and for a full decade, maybe 12 years of super low prime rate. So yeah, it can come down and it will come down again. But when it finally comes down, here is what I do believe. And again, I don't know when it comes down, but I do believe this. It will never be super low. All of these central bankers around the world, all of them have felt burnt by what happened. They all effectively recognize their mistake now. They kept rates too low for too long, and they harmed themselves. They shot themselves in the foot. So where will rates end up? Look, the Bank of Canada has a target rate of between probably 2.5% and 3%, and all things being equal in a balanced economy. So let's just imagine they end up at some point, whenever, a couple of years, 1 year, who knows, years from now, they end up at 2.75. The banks add 2.2 to that in Canada. We're at a rate prime rate that's close to 5, much less than today. Yes, thankfully. But hey, it's not like it was. And fixed rates, 5-year fixed, will be probably somewhere in the 4% range. Whether it's super low 4s for maybe 3.99 for government insured, CMHC insured mortgage, where you've got low down payment, pay big insurance premium to get that rate. Yeah, may see that. Okay. But mostly all in the 4s. So what does that mean? Well, that means that everybody who has experienced a 249 or a 319 or a 189 5-year fixed, holy crap, we had those. Okay. They're going to renew into this radically different marketplace, okay? Here's what we also know. It doesn't look like wages are breaking loose. Like, unless you're a pilot for an airline in the U.S., it doesn't look like you're getting kind of wild. There's no 10% a year wage increases going out there. So the reality is that there cannot be super, super high house prices maintained when over the course of time, for the next number of years, the interest rates are never going to get out of the 4s. Some of them might even linger around the low 5s. I mean, like, I don't know exactly. Can't predict. I know it's less, but I don't know how much less. So my story is that the 1.99 5-year fixed, the 2.99 5-year fixed, the 3.49 5-year fixed, no, we're not going to have those, okay? Variable rates, maybe in the 5s. Yeah, maybe in the low 4s. Mid 4s, maybe. I don't know. But the legendary 0.99 variable, 1.45 variable, yeah, no, gone for good, or for as long as I'm going to be around. So it's a new world. It won't be the same. It won't be that everybody can afford a $1.7 million house at a huge mortgage, like a 20% down. Some can, some will, but no, it will be a different world. And it's probably helpful if we all start thinking about that different world now, because we're going to need to rethink where house prices in Southern Ontario and in the Lower Mainland of British Columbia, where those house prices are now. We may have to rethink those.